Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm wearing a stupid ass hat because I'm doing this review for all of you fine folks. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Happens to be my cold shirt, specifically a different kind of pain. I really like this shirt. I just got this one yesterday. If you're unfamiliar with the band Cold, they've actually been around for a while, since I think like the late 80s or so. They started out as kind of like almost like a post-grunge band, but really properly started making headway in the sort of late 90s, early 2000s. During that nu metal era, they took on a little bit heavier of a sound, kind of incorporated into that vibe. And they've really sort of evolved their sound ever since then. I was really fortunate enough, I got to see them perform live just yesterday. They were doing a special set list celebrating a couple of their albums, one of which was this album, A Different Kind of Pain. It was a great fucking set. Like, it was a really, really good show. So much so, I got some videos of their performance, as well as I have videos of their other performances that I've attended. Those videos are on my channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because they're one of my favorite bands. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I wearing the stupid hat? Well, I'm wearing the stupid hat because I'm reviewing stuff from Burger King, and they have stupid hats to wear. Good on them, by the way. That's not even a criticism against them, or even realistically the hat. It's just, you know, this guy. But yeah, they're going to be premiering the How to Train Your Dragon live-action movie coming up pretty soon. I have no idea why this movie needs to exist, if I'm being entirely honest, because, like, it's not that old of a franchise. Typically, you would want to wait, I would think, but whatever. I'm not really planning to see it. I did enjoy the first film, years ago when I saw it, but they have a whole combo meal now, so fuck it. So what am I reviewing for you? This is their Flame and Flight combo, which consists of their Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper, which as far as I can tell is effectively just a normal Whopper, but it has bacon and a red-orange bun. It also has their Fiery Dragon Mozzarella Sticks, which consist of a fiery Calabrian pepper coating. Then we've got the Soaring Strawberry Lemonade, self-explanatory. And then we have the Vikings Chocolate Sundae with Hershey syrup and black and green cookie crumbles. This is the saddest thing you've ever seen. That's it. That's so weak. Anyway, let's get a thing for the thing. Yeah, man. Oh, and by the way, I want to mention, if you try to get this combo, you have to do it online. I went in, I looked it up online, and they're like, yeah, combo, boop-a-doo. And I went into the place, they had no fucking clue what I was talking about. So if you want to get this combo, so I had to do it individually, and it cost significantly more doing it that way, so. But we do what we must. And we'll say I like that it's got the little wings on it. That's a little bit classy. I don't know if classy is the right word for that, but I don't think I would be able to get everything in, but that's alright. We'll just... Everything about this is stupid and bad. Oh! Come on. Alright, yeah. Let's just... look like this. Ha 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 ha! Let's give it a shot. All right. Put you there. Put you there. Put you there. Let's try out the sundae first, because that's obviously going to melt, so. Yeah, this is the lamest sundae I've ever seen. Say what you want about McDonald's, but, like, if you get a ice cream thing from them, it's a proper-looking ice cream thing. This is so weak. They also don't look particularly green to me. The black, sure, but maybe a little green. Boy, oh boy. That sure is some soft serve with some Hershey syrup and some little cookie bits. Yeah, it basically just tastes like an Oreo sundae. It's fine. The soft serve is nice. At least the machine was working. And to be fair, it's been a while since I've had soft serve. It's nice for what it is. I'm sure I paid way too much for it. Especially considering, again, it's basically just an Oreo sundae. The cookie bits are nice, but they don't really... They add in a little something. Obviously, there's a textural element, but... It's just a fucking soft serve sundae. Yep. That's about all that needs to be said for that. I'll give it a little extra credit. When you do get some of the bigger cookie pieces, it's nicer. So, alright. Let's do the mozzarella fries next. Oh, I guess there's actually like some peppers in with the cheese. That's cool. How much difference it's making. Mostly negligible. It does give a little heat, not much. I wouldn't expect it to be a lot. I mean, this is effectively amounts to like a kids menu type of deal. So I understand they're not going to go, too crazy with it. It's meant to be, again, just something, bring your kids, blah, 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 blah. They get to wear a hat. It's a fun thing. Good on them. As far as these are concerned, they're okay. I've never been big on Burger King's like mozzarella sticks or anything. I've always found them to be incredibly underwhelming. I might as well go to like Arby's or something, or White Castle. These, for what they are, they're okay. I appreciate the little extra something that they do have, but I do have to emphasize the little. It is not a substantial thing, but it's there. Like, closest I could compare them to, think sort of like Wendy's spicy nugs, but less spicy. But they're fine. I don't have any problem with them. And after something spicy, let's do the lemonade. This is honestly the thing I have the highest hopes for out of this whole stupid combo. And yet I'm still let down? Okay. Alright, fair enough. It's actually not bad tasting lemonade. I love lemonade. It's one of my favorite drinks. I like a lemonade that's got more tang than sweetness to it. I don't need it to be like crazy sour or anything, but I like the ratio to be in that way. This is that, and I'm sure it's probably just like country time or what the fuck ever that they normally have. But it's nice enough in that department. It works in that capacity. I was hoping the strawberry flavor would play a bigger role. It doesn't, but it is there, but it feels more like an accent. So I don't know, and that could be personal preference. If I'm going to get like a lemonade, I still want it to taste like a lemonade, obviously. I don't want the other flavor to take over entirely. But I do feel like it's a little bit lacking in the punchiness. It's like 90%, 10%. But it's not bad. It's an okay drink. It's tasty enough lemonade. Let's try out the Whopper. And like I said, I mean, it's just a Whopper with some bacon and a bun. So, yay. So I left everything on there, pickles, onions, what the hell ever. I'm not a big raw onions fan or pickles fan, but it's a Whopper. I think like a couple of years ago, I reviewed the Spider-Man Whopper that they did. And it was the same thing. They just colored the bun red. And that, again, that really does tie back into what I was saying before. I mean, look, you know, if you're old enough, you can certainly have a certain amount of nostalgia for How to Train Your Dragon, that whole franchise. Even though it's not that old, you could still have kind of grown up with it to a certain extent. If you're going into this meal for that, or these items for that, I think you're personally going to be disappointed. Because it is basically an exaggerated kids meal. Because this is just a Whopper. It's fine. If you like a Whopper, it works. I like Whoppers, so I'm perfectly fine with it. The bacon is okay. I do think Burger King has upped their bacon game a little bit recently. So it does have a little something. But at the end of the day, it is just a Whopper with some bacon. You know, it really isn't doing anything else. The bun might have a wacky color to it, but it's not adding to the flavor or anything. It's just decorative, which is fine. Okay. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get this again? Would I recommend it? No and no. Because here's the thing. Going back to what I was saying before, like, there's nothing I've disliked about this, but it's all been... There's nothing I dislike about it, but there's nothing that's been exceptional or really stand out or any reason for this to really exist in any proper capacity. It's the same reason why when they did like the Wednesday meal last year in 2024, I opted out of that one because I was just like, eh. With this one, I don't know. I wanted Burger King anyway, and I saw an opportunity for a review. But the reality is, like, nothing about this is worth me coming back to, even though none of it's bad. I would just get my normal Burger King order, you know, if that makes any sense. If I'm recommending it, again, and the weird thing is, though, it kind of falls somewhere half between a kid's thing and a nostalgia thing or what have you, because, like, you're probably not going to get a Whopper for a little kid, right? You know, maybe like a Whopper Jr. or something. So that part of it. The other stuff, maybe, you know, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that even if I'd gotten this at the combo rate, I don't think this would have been worth, you know, the thing of it being. Because again, I could get pretty much all of these items. The only thing that's really different is the mozzarella sticks, because they've got a little pepperiness to them. That's about it. Everything else here, you could basically just recreate. Just, oh no, it doesn't have a weird bun. So I'm not against having a little bit of fun with a meal and stuff like that, but I do personally wish, and I'd like to see Burger King and other companies put more effort in. You know, that's where I would like to see. So that's why I'm not going to recommend this, because I just don't think it's worth it. You know, it's like over $20 to get all this shit, and then it's just, you know, again, I could have just gotten a normal, you know, Burger King order, and I think that's what most people would probably prefer. So 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly... Don't just bank on nostalgia for nostalgia's sake-tastic rest of your life. Like, nostalgia's great, man. It can be a lot of fun, but when it's done properly and when it's properly respected. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and, yeah, just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's my question for you. Do you think it's too early to start going over there and banking on the nostalgia of How to Train Your Dragon? I mean, people like to make the joke that, Hollywood's out of ideas. Like, no, Hollywood has ideas. They're just not willing to bankroll them because they want shit that they have a better chance of making money on. That's a fact. Hollywood is not in the movie-making business. They are in the money-making business. They just do so with films and other products like that. And they want returns on their investment. So I think this is too early for me. I think this is just way, way too early for them to be doing a live action fucking... But what do you think? Anyway.